Welcome to the bonus content for my past Data Community Summit 2021 presentation, Backup Basics with PowerShell and DBA Tools. This is material that I wanted to include, but had to cut out due to time constraints. The code you'll see here is included in my GitHub repository, which will be linked from the blog post in the description below. In this video, I'll be showing you how to install Ola Hallengren's maintenance solution with DBA Tools, then schedule your full backups as well as transaction log backups. Let's check it out. Taking ad hoc backups manually is one thing, but really we need to make sure that we're scheduling backups to happen automatically. We can't just log on every hour on the hour to take a backup manually, right? DBA Tools has functions built in to make it really easy to install Ola Hallengren's maintenance solution. All you need to do is run the function install DBA maintenance solution. It'll download from GitHub automatically and install it into the database of your choice, including the jobs, the stored procedures, and the supporting tables, all that stuff, if you so choose. So my install parameters are going to be, I'm installing onto my SQL19 instance. I'm going to install the whole thing in this case. You can install just CheckDB or just backup or just index maintenance. I'm going to install everything because I plan on using everything. I'm going to install it into the DBA Things database. For my backups, I'm going to clean up after myself every 25 hours. So I should have 2 full backups if I'm taking daily full backups, plus 24 hours of log backups, transaction log backups available all the time. I'm going to install the jobs into SQL Agent. I'm going to have it configured to log all of its activity to a table. If it's already there, I'm going to replace it, and Force is going to force it to download the fresh copy from GitHub, the fresh copy of the install script. Now you have to be careful to replace existing, because if you are logging to the table, the command log table in your database, that table will be dropped and recreated. So if you need that for history of any kind, don't use replace existing. And there's a solution to take care of that. I'll show in just a second. So I'll go ahead and run install DBA maintenance solution with those parameters. It's going out. It's giving us some status here. So it downloaded it, and now it's executing the installation. It's installing all those stored procedures. Done. We have instance name success. All right, we're successfully installed. If we already have it installed, we can use update DBA maintenance solution to just update the stored procedures for us. And again, it'll pull down the latest version from GitHub and just install the stored procedures so we don't lose the history that's in that command log table. So let that run, and now it's going through each one of the stored procedures and doing the installation for them. Done. Awesome. So now we have installed and updated Ola Hallengren's maintenance solution on this instance. Now, because we installed the jobs as well, we can look at DBA or at SQL Server Agent and find out, did they really get installed? We know that these jobs are all installed with a category of database maintenance. So I'm going to run get DBA agent job, which will get all the agent jobs, and then filter it on the category, database maintenance, and then just grab the names, nothing more. And there we go. We have all of our agent job names that were installed by the maintenance solution. They're all there. Great. But are they scheduled? And if you've installed Ola Hallengren's solution in the past, you probably already know the answer to this question. When you install it, it doesn't get scheduled. It just puts the jobs there for you to schedule as you see fit. So I'm going to go out and ask get DBA agent job to give me just 2 jobs, the log backup job and the full backup job. I'm going to retrieve those jobs and then grab the name of each object that was returned, and then a calculated property to count how many job schedules are attached to those jobs. If I run that, we'll see what we probably already know. These jobs have no schedules attached to them. They're there, but they're not going to run on schedule, which is how we really want it to be. So I'm going to create some job schedules and attach them to those jobs. I'm going to have a set of standard parameters. We're going to connect to our SQL 19 instance. We're going to run these jobs daily, every 1 day. That's the frequency interval. Within each day, we're going to run it on a minute schedule. So the subtype is minutes. It could be hours as well, or it could be seconds if we really wanted to get nuts with it. So I'm going to create that hash of parameters right there and use that as the basis for my schedules. So I'm going to create a 5-minute schedule, and I'm going to call it 5 minutes. It's going to start with the standard parameters. So I'm just going to make a copy of that standard parameters, and the sub-day interval is 5. So we got 5 minutes, and we're calling it 5 minutes. Same thing for 15-minute schedule. So we'll have 2 schedules now created, which one triggers every 5 minutes, the other triggers every 15 minutes. Those are just the settings for them. Then we're going to call new DBA agent schedule. It's just going to create a new schedule object, and it's actually going to create 2 of them, one for every 5 minutes, one for every 15 minutes. And that's actually going out to the server, creating those shared schedules in SQL Agent. So now I need to attach the schedules to the jobs. So again, my log backup job parameters, SQL 19, the job name, user database is log, and the schedule we want to attach is that every 5 minutes schedule object that we created. And then the same thing, but for our full backups, we're going to run that every 15 minutes. Now, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, a bit excessive for most of us, but for demo purposes, this is what I'm doing. And then I'll call set DBA agent job, which will apply those settings that I just created to each of those jobs. I run that, and it's actually going to give me some output from each one of these. It's going to show that I successfully have done so. And it also shows that our current run status is idle. We're not running that job right now. So now I can run the full backup job by running start DBA agent job, point it at my SQL instance, tell it which job I want it to run, and it will kick off that job. And there we go. We see the current run status is executing. So now that's running on its own. If I wanted to kick off the job, but not return control back to my script until it's completed, I can pass the -wait parameter, and that'll sit there and wait and wait and wait until the current run status is complete. But in this case, I didn't want to do that because I wanted to show the output that we get when we just kick off the job. So now we have on our SQL 2019 instance, Ola Hallengren's maintenance solution installed. The full backup and log backup jobs are scheduled, and I have kicked off a full backup of all my databases using that job.